Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Kiwi Builder. And we've got 3 Kerbal names that I'm not going to put in the game yet because we don't need anybody currently. We've got Agata Kerman and Krios. Kratos? Is that the guy from whatever it's called? No, that's Kratos from God of War. And then Black Hat. Black Hat's been on the show before, so you should remember that name. And if you don't, you should feel bad about yourself. But Agata and Kratos are new. They are battle cruisers. Submitted names. So they're going to be first, and then Black Hat's going to be after that, and then maybe you will be after that. Who knows? But anyway, before I started recording here, I was poking around in the contracts to see if anything really jumped out at me. And this test the LY-10 small landing gear on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. There are no other conditions. It's just be suborbital, which is what we're trying to do anyway. And it gets us 27 grand. We get 10 grand just to take it. We get 27 grand to complete it, and 4 science, which is really what I'm looking at here. So I'm going to accept this contract. So our entire goal right now is to get suborbital and have this landing gear on the ship when we do so. And last episode we unlocked a whole bunch of stuff, which is going to help in that endeavor. And if we ever get the VAB up here, there we go, there it is. We're going to slap that old Probo Dobodyne. We've also got the Mark 16 parachute, which we need to unlock. And then we can't put it on here because there's no attachment nodes, which is annoying. So what we need to do here is unlock my favorite part, the cubic octagonal strut. Partially my favorite because it is neither cubic nor octagonal. It is... I mean, it's cubic, I guess, because it's like a cube, but it's not actually a cube. But anyway, I want to put this as close to the top of this thing as possible. And I've just changed my mind, so never mind. I'll show you that later. I'm going to slap it off to the side here. It doesn't really matter exactly where it goes. I'm also going to slap a mystery goo on this side, like so. And these things are going to offset each other a bit, and then the sum total of that will cause it to be even, presumably. And I'm going to actually make sure that happens. Well, not sure, but a little bit more sure that will happen when I... let's do this and this in a second here. We'll just wait here. Okay, here's our first actual liquid-fueled oxidizer fueled rocket, which is nice. There it is. That's all it's going to be. We're going to get this decoupler here on here, and we might as well go all out. We're going to test this landing gear, but we might as well... Oh, it's this kind of landing gear. I thought it was a different kind of landing gear. This is really big. I was not expecting this to be the landing gear that I was testing. I thought it was going to be the really cheap and cheesy... Definitely closing this. I wonder if actually I can do this with one. This is probably going to be moderately heavy too. Let's go ahead and put this guy right here and close him. And then we'll have to fiddle. Tell you what, we'll fiddle with it right now. This is the rocket that's going to be getting suborbital. So let's turn on this. Oh, by the way, the keyboard that I have down here, I've made it a little bit more clear. A little bit covers up what's behind it, but it's a little bit easier to see. Tell me if you like that, or if you would prefer the way I had it before. But anyway, RCS Build Aid, one of my favorite mods. If you don't know what it does, it's telling me right now that if this rocket, as it is going to tend to rotate this way because this arrow's doing this. So that means it's heavier on this side than it is on this side, which makes sense because it's got this mystery goo and this thing on this side, and it's only being offset by this little dinky parachute. So let me throw this over here. These things don't actually matter because they're super lightweight, and they also don't actually have weight. When you add this thing to the Stay-Putnik probe, its weight actually just gets added to the Stay-Putnik probe. So I could throw 1,000 thermometers on this side, and it would make the whole ship heavier, but it would still be center of mass. These things, though, are bigger, and they do have weight. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip this guy around like this. And then what I can do, because I'm pretty sure that this is bigger. And I just took this off, so I'm going to put it back on. So what I can do is I can move this guy out like this. And it's still off center. And then I can move this guy over like this. Apparently, am I reading this wrong? Currently, it's going to rotate this way. So yes, I am reading this wrong. We need to move everything this way. Does this thing just not have very much mass? I guess maybe it just doesn't have very much mass, and I was wrong. Okay, let's get these science things out of here. I'll put them back on when... Or am I completely wrong and... There's something wrong with the weight of the craft that I don't know about. Let's do this. Let's start from scratch. Yes, when I put this on, it causes the craft to rotate this way. If I put this on here, the craft is still rotating this way. If I put this on here, oh, I'm doing it sideways, sorry. If I put this on here, it's now rotating this way. So this guy, it's weird that it's causing it to, I guess it's just because I'm, yeah, those two things. Oh, I almost had it. I'm trying to, another thing I can do is, you know what, I can put this thing on wherever I want. Let's put it right there. And then I can rotate, or I can translate these things. Oh, this guy's off center. Jeez. No wonder everything's wrong. Okay, let's try this again now. Yeah, when this guy is centered on the very top, that's really close to centered. But it's annoyingly close to centered in that it's like really weirdly off-centered. So let me do that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to offset this guy slightly out. No, this guy slightly out. There we go. I'm going to hit C and move him just to the point where this thing vanishes. That's probably as close as I can get and have it vanish. Let's see if this works. There we go. So now that that circle is gone, that means it's going straight, presumably. Now we can put these things back on. I think I'm just going to tuck them here under this, just for no good reason whatsoever. I didn't have C hit when I put this on, so I'm going to put it back on with C hit. Okay, so there's this thing, and now that this is centered, everything will be centered going up into here. And this is terribly unaerodynamic, but it's just the way it works. I only have this little mite solid fuel booster, which is not good enough for me. So I think I want another one of these liquid fuel stages, and possibly. We're going to go a little crazy here. Let's see what happens. I could do this. And then, can I put this on? No, I cannot. I can only put it on the node. It won't go on a side node. So, let's go even crazier here. And structural. Let's do 4 of these. What does that do? 220, so we can actually do a lot more of these. Do we have better fuel tanks? No, because these are both just liquid fuel. We have the adapter and then the Oscar B. So we don't actually have much choices here. So let's throw a bunch more Oscar Bs on here. And this guy. 161 is better. Let's see what their vacuum stats are. Much better. That should be enough to get us into orbit. And the ship is really cheap, actually, compared to, let's see, let's go and make these small, and then move them in a little bit. Not that much. Let's go into C mode, bring them down, and I think the structural part being up in the fuel tank is fine. Okay, so there's those. Then we're going to decouple and do this engine. And then this is going to get us into our suborbital trajectory. Now, we don't have any reaction wheels on this thing whatsoever. So we're going to need some serious aerodynamics. And what we're going to use for serious aerodynamics is the good our old friend, the Elevon. Let's go ahead and hit C. We're going to slap him on there. Bring him out. Like that. And in theory, this should get us into orbit. Like all the way into orbit, which is amusing. Ideally, this will get us suborbital. And then this will get us into orbit once we come back to the Space Center and accept that contract to get into orbit. So let's go ahead and name this Space 1. Did we already have a Space 1? We did not. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and launch him. And I just remembered I wanted something specific on this guy. Two things specific on this guy, actually. So as soon as the thing loads, I'm just going to revert right back to vehicle assembly. Because there are two excruciatingly critical things that I totally forgot. One, actually three possibly socially critical things. Batteries. We need batteries, and we need them on this one here. And we need... probably 6 of them. Yeah, 6 should be fine. So let's go 6 batteries. And the antenna. Extremely important that you have an antenna on your probe that is going to be going up into space. The antenna, I don't have a good spot for it. So let's put it here. That looks terrible, but we're going to go with it. Let's do it like this, just so things don't clip. Perfect. Perfect. I'm proud to be a part of the space program. Let's save this and launch it. And if we don't reach orbit, I'm really not going to be sad. I'm gonna try to reach orbit, and I'm going to attempt a gravity turn, but this thing is not going to have much in the way of control. It's also not going to have much in the way of sounding good. These engines are so loud. I'll never understand why the smallest engines in the game are so loud, whereas the largest engines in the game are actually relatively quiet. I think the idea is that the large engines are blowing your eardrums out. So, whoa, this guy's so squirrely. I'm just trying to keep him while his apoapsis is still around 2 or so. I'm trying to keep it so that he's going mostly upward right now and not quite so to the side. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now we can start gravity turning here. Obviously, a gravity turn isn't generally a controlled thing, so calling this a gravity turn is spurious at best, let's say. But, you know, needs must, right? We're doing fine. We're doing fine. I definitely want it to be closer to this than where it is. Pretty soon we're going to be doing better. I also am not at all positive that we're going to be aerodynamically stable forward with the other stage, so I wouldn't mind having a little bit more leeway up when this runs out so that we have a little bit more of a chance to control this thing. We are 20 kilometers up. Let's see if we can... Nope, we cannot. Okay. Revert flight. Yeah, because we're not going to have any control. I just realized that. We are going to have to... do something, and I don't know what yet. Let's revert to vehicle assembly. Let me think here. I guess we're going to need more fins. More of these elevons, because that's the only control surfaces we have. Maybe we can get by with 3 of them up here. And we'll bring them out too. And a little bit up. I think I'm going to actually just launch it straight up. I think we're not going to try orbit. Without control, once we get into space, it's not going to be very good anyway. So I think we're just going to launch it straight up. if we're going to not go straight up, I want to go straight up. I want to go not straight up to the east. But we're not going to do, we're not going to try to do a gravity turn, that's for sure. And by not trying to do a gravity turn, we're going to end up doing a much better gravity turn than we've ever done before. No, I'm not. Thing is, even though he's stable as far as mass of the ship is concerned, he's not aerodynamically stable. So he's listing to one side. Not a big deal, but it's just something you gotta pay attention to. Lock this down just so we have it. We'll probably do the same thing with this, because we're going to have to run the test on this thing eventually. Okay, we're actually doing pretty good. We're already 20 kilometers up. Our apoapsis is 40, so we could actually just coast up to our apoapsis, which I think we're going to do. Maybe not up to our apoapsis. Our apoapsis is 50. I think we're actually going to coast, though, up to 40. And then let's hit F5. Whoa, had a little bit of an explosion there. Not a big deal, but a little scary. There we go. Just let this guy go. As soon as we get up to 70, maybe 80, I'm going to cut the engines. Or do I want to? Maybe I'll just let it keep going. We're going to wait until we're in space, though, to perform all science. Let's get up to 100. There we go. So then let's get into space. We're going to perform all science, and we're going to transmit it all. Actually, let's do this, because I want to see our electric charge. So 10 MITs from 317 to 247. So that did 50. So so everyone has 5 MITs. So this is going to be, or everyone has 5 electric charges. So this is going to use 10 electric charge. This is going to use 40 electric charge. I'm going to use another whatever. So, okay, so we're good. So everything has been done. If I perform all science again, we get an atmospheric pressure again. That's weird. So I guess we're going to transmit this one. Okay, then I'm gonna hit the space bar here to do the parachute, because we're almost out of electric charge. Now we have no control. So we can't really expect to get into orbit, because we have no control. Oh, we need to run this test too. That should be this contract. Test the landing gear. Sweet. And we've also reached for the stars. We're not going to reach orbit, so we are just going to let this guy come back down. We're in hibernation. At least I think we are. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna come back down. Now he's gonna come back down like a dart, which might be bad. I need to unhibernate him now, because I can control him a little bit while we're flying here. Let's perform all science just to make sure. We do have a telemetry report. Keep that. Reset. Maybe that's what it was. Is we had more telemetry reports. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to control the direction he goes, but he is just way too. Yeah, these things aren't actually doing anything, which is funny. He's not in hibernation anymore. Hibernation is off. Oh, the parachute went, so I'm happy. We can, where's his telemetry data? Telemetry report. Cancel. That's weird. Review telemetry. There it is. 2 mitts. Should be 5 power, right? Or 10 power? Oh, no usable in-range comms. Oh, so we're out of comms range. That's why I don't have any control, because I'm out of comms range. I forgot about comms range. Okay, well, I'm glad I hit the parachute when I did. Then let's go ahead and get this guy down. But we've made it to space. That's an achievement for me, for this space program in particular. And I really don't think that's something we should. We can still extend this. Might as well. I don't think that's something I could have extended that to add drag. Oh well, too late now. There's a little island over there. Where are we? Where are we? That's not an island, actually. That's the big peninsula over here. There's a big city right there. But we are in possession of a spacefaring craft. Let's go ahead and recover this thing. We should get a lot of science from this mission, and we should get a decent amount of money, too, which is always good. I believe I upgraded the tracking station last time, didn't I? I did not. Okay. So, I don't even think I can. No, I can't upgrade the tracking station. I could upgrade mission control, which would give me more missions, but it wouldn't give me very much else. It would give me the ability to do maneuver nodes, but I'm not without patched conics. So, orbit. We need a way to control our ships, period. End of story. I don't know where that is, but we need it. Let's see. This guy actually has reaction wheels on him. I don't know where the reaction wheels are. They're not here. They're not here. Ah, there they are. Reaction wheels. So we want this. And it also gives us a SAS level 0, which we can upgrade to. To main bait. Ah, okay, which would be nice. Let's go ahead and research this. And this costs 20 grand, and I think I'm just going to pay for it, because I would like SAS. And that gives us reaction wheels too, which is nice. Now, I would also like, we got 20. We can get 2 of these. Fuel tanks and a better engine wouldn't be bad. A bigger SRB wouldn't be bad. But for getting into orbit, solar panels are also really important. Solar panels are super important. So we're going to get solar panels. Oh, we have 10 more. We can do 1 more. What is this? Service modules. Don't care. I kind of want this SRB. It only costs 4. We could actually get the SRB and then all this early flight junk, which we're going to need eventually because we're going to want struts and stuff. So let's get the SRB. Let's go ahead and just get this early flight. Maybe maybe next time I'll fly over to the island or something like that. But this time, how long are we here? We're 23 minutes. Wow. These episodes are short. Okay, well, tell you what. Next time we're going into orbit. I hope you're looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to doing it. If you like this video, please like this video. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want your name on a Kerbal someday, we'll actually have Kerbals in this Kerbal Space Program video. Go ahead and submit a name. You can submit a male name or a female name or a male and a female name. Your choice. And I will eventually put them in the career. I think I already said it. I hope you enjoyed watching this. But anyway, I'm Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.